Hey, happy Homebrew Wednesday. How's it going, guys? 17 to y'all. Greetings and salutations. I hope you're all brewing some good brews, beers, wines, ciders, possibly some spirits. Naughty, naughty. So, this week, what have I been up to? Well, not loads of brewing, I'm afraid. The hop cider video, I haven't done any more of that because the cider is now bottled. But it's taken a long time to clear. I don't really know why, but I've just put it in the loft. It's a bit colder up there, so hopefully it'll clear down. It's carbonated though, it's good carbonation on it, and we'll see how that video turns out in the near future at some stage. Don't have any brews on the go at the minute. I've got some wine in secondary. Just a lazy bugger, to be honest. Need to get round to back sweetening it a little bit. I bought some more grape juice to boil down for a concentrate for that, and I'll back sweeten that and then bottle it, probably this weekend actually. And also this weekend I thought I'll do another brew, doing a beer, and I was looking at the ingredients that I've got, kind of running low on kits and stuff like that. I've got, well, over and above the stuff I'm going to use now, or this weekend, I've got a couple of beer kits left, a cider kit and a wine kit. So after that, I'm going to have to start spending money. Don't like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do an uber hoppy beer. Did one recently that you'll see at the end of the last video of the Inveralmond Brewery tour. Was when I spent some time with Ken, the head brewer, and we did tastings of his beer and some of my beer, and you'll see that one of them is called Military Grade Cascade. Anyone who's looked at my Facebook page, and if you haven't, please go and like the Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Secure Homebrew. If I remember, I'll put a little link at the bottom, in the description at least. So yeah, go and have a look at that. But I want to make another hoppy brew. That one turned out well, pleased with it, but I want to make an uber hoppy one, and a stronger one. That one was 4.1, which is, that's alright. But I'm going to go for a stronger one. So I want a strong one, really hoppy, maybe something more akin to an Imperial IPA than I have previously made. So, I've got to use the stuff that I've got, and what do I have? Going into this brew, and I'm not entirely sure in what order, or what specific method I'm going to use at the minute. I might do an experimental brewing video for that one, so hey, you'll get to see. I'm going to shove in one Cooper's bitter kit, a Harvest bitter kit. It's a budget beer kit, but it'll do for additional hopped malt extract. Some crushed pale ale malt. I'll do a steep on that in a pot and drain it off. I don't know exactly how much of that I'll use. I'm going to use some Whitbread Goldings hops. 100 grams of that. I'm going to use the whole lot in that brew. Also, got the rest of the Galaxy that I used for the hopped cider. I'm going to dry hop this into secondary. If you've never used that one, if you've used Cascade, that Cascade's got a really pungent aroma to it. So does ones like Nelson, Sauvin, Simcoe, etc. That's similar. That's a similar one. That's got a really good aroma, so give that a bash. But that one I'm going to dry hop into the new beer in secondary. And I'm still in two minds. I think I'll probably just put this straight into the wort, or the beer rather. If it's in secondary, it'll be beer. I think I'll put it straight into the beer, and I'll use the muslin bag rather than holding the hops in the muslin bag while it's in secondary. I'll just siphon directly from the secondary into a third container, a bottling bucket, and I'll have the muslin bag on the end of the siphon to catch anything that comes through that hasn't settled down to the bottom. That way I should hopefully maximise the exposure to the hops of the beer. As far as the whitbread is concerned, I'm thinking about doing the 50-50 as well. So I'll make a hop tea out of this. 50 grams of it, half of it, I'll make a hop tea, let that steep, boil, whatever. I can't remember exactly how we did it the last time, but whatever method I used last time, I think it's steep for like 10 minutes. 50 grams of that. So that'll be steep for 10 minutes, and then I'll drain it off and shove that in the fermenter with 2 kits and some dextrose or some sugar, whatever I've got to hand as far as more fermentable sugar is concerned. Also, I'll have sugars come out of this. What I've never done actually is, I've never done a steep of grains and then check the OG just purely on the water I've got from the grains. I'm going to do that this time, because I have no idea how much fermentable sugars I'm actually getting from this. But that's just pale ale malt, so if I get the temperatures right, then I should get some fermentable sugars in here. So once I've got 50 grams of this done as a tea and put into the fermenter, along with whatever water I get from the pale ale malt, the 2 kits, I'm then going to take a muslin bag and put another 50 grams of this in to dry hop into the primary. So that'll be, as far as hops is concerned, this hop tea 50 grams, the water from that into the primary, the other 50 grams dry hopped in the primary in muslin bag. Then when that's transferred from from primary to secondary, there'll be the Galaxy put directly into dry hop it in secondary, and we'll leave that for a week, 2 weeks maybe, a week, 2 weeks. I've heard that a week is maximum on the homebrew forums that I've used. Although Ken Duncan in Ramna Brewery seemed to think that 2 weeks was optimal to get the best flavour, etc. out of it. So maybe have a little taste halfway through and see how I feel about that. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm certainly hoping that it comes out really delicious hoppy flavour and aroma. The reason I want to make it a bit stronger is just purely because I want to have a bit of alcohol bite there to balance off the bitterness that will probably result from double dry hopping and the hop tea as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Great stuff. So thank you very much again to all my subscribers. Thank you for anyone who's subscribed just recently. I'm glad that you've decided to join me on my journey through homebrew. I certainly try and make the videos as entertaining as I can. I've got some projects going on up here in my head at the minute I'm not going to tell you about, because if I tell you about them you'll be expecting me to do them, and if I totally stuff it up then you'll be disappointed, and I can't have that. But I try my best. Right, that's me out. Cheers guys, see you next week. 17.